Don't be using them anything at all. Okay, so into our V position, standing up nice and tall. Let's place the hands onto the ribs and then just make a circle. There we go. Again, keeping the ribs nice and still. It's almost like you've got your hands there to keep them level, and then we're going around the other way. Yeah, keeping the ribs level. So they're not really rotating at all. It's maybe a tiny bit, but it's almost like they're on their shelf as you do this. Okay, I'm going to take the right arm over and the left arm under, and then to the other side. Yes, I'm making a little circle. Yeah, and again. Now I'm going to take the right arm over, left arm down. I'm going to reach, and then the other side. Reach. Right arm over, left arm under, over, right arm under. Take it down and just reach. One, and the other side. I'm going to take the right arm across and reach through the wall. Yeah. And again to the wall. So out we go. And then out. Lovely. I'm going to open the arms and I'm going to float forward. And then I'm going to bring the hands down to the side of me. And I'm going to roll down. So hands onto the thighs. And there we go. Into your flexion extension. 2 more. Okay, so you're now dropping the belly to the floor, but keeping it contracted, and then up to the ceiling. All right. So down we go, and then we can roll it up. We roll all the way up, and then shoulders down, and then we're going to do a nice big circle, and the other side, lovely big circle. Now we've done half a roll down. Let's do a full roll down. That's a full roll down, all the way down to the floor. We touch down, and we inhale, exhale, and we roll up. Now as you come up, stand up nice and tall, shoulders down. And let's think about the posture, which we've talked about earlier with in previous lessons, where we kind of bring this chin and we just bring it slightly back, yeah? So instead of this position that we do a lot, come back just a little bit. So remember that. So we're going to drop the chin and we're going to roll down. Yeah, think about the chin, right? Thinking about the chin. Let the chin go, just relax the head. Yeah, just let the head heavy. Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to roll up. Now as we roll up, we're going to bring the chin slightly in. Yeah, so it's like a muscle memory. It's going to happen without you even thinking about it. Let's do it again. Down we go. Yeah, inhale, exhale, and then we bring it back up. Okay, and then as we come up, thinking about the chin, and just pop it back in. Okay, lift the arms up, inhale, exhale down, drop the side bend right, and then left. Let's take the arms up to inhale. Now as I exhale down, I'm going to shake the hands out, yeah, shake them out, and then a side bend. And again, so we come up, inhale, shake them down as you come out, and then into your side bend. All right, let's begin. So feet out a little bit wider. Let's push the right arm over. You can place the left hand down onto the thigh, or long, it's up to you, on the other side. Yeah. And again, so I'm reaching out and reach. And then I'm going to take that across, over, and I'm going to do a nice big reach. Yeah. And again, reach out. So I want you to kind of pull out from the ribs. Then we're going to come forward and open. We're going to do 4. We're going to keep everything quite high on repetition. This is what we do each exercise, and then we can start to put in it to pieces. And then we can come over the top. Over the top. 2 and 3. Now I'm going to do an open door. So we're going to bring the hands together, and we're going to place my hands into the prayer position. And we're going to open the door. We're going to look behind, and then the other side. And again, so you're going to look behind, and then one more time. Okay, and I'm going to lower the right hand down, and then the left hand down, and I'm going to roll down. So there I go, into your extension, and then up into your flexion. And again, extension and flexion. Give me two more. One, and then last one, and then two. Now I'm going to hold it here. You see now I'm pulling up through the tummy muscles. I'm not in a flexion, I'm not in an extension. The arms are going to come down low, and I'm going to retract through the right shoulder, and then through the left shoulder. It's not just an arm lift, it's a real pull, right? You see I'm pulling up, I'm retracting the shoulder. The shoulder's coming back, but I'm not coming back with it. Yeah. So back we go into that posterior delt. Okay, one more time. Okay. Hands onto the thighs, chin to chest, and roll down. Shoulders back. Okay, let's take our towel or our band. Okay, so good place into your hands. And if you've got the band like me, just a little bit of tension, not a lot. And again, on the towel, if you've got your towel or a yoga strap, yeah, just a little bit of tension. I'm going to start by just mobilizing the shoulders. So I'm just lifting up and down. Lift up and lower. That's it. So lift and lower last time. Okay, now I'm going to lift up and I'm going to come into a lat flexion, but I'm going to pull down, I'm going to pause it. So I'm pulling down on my right hand and then pause it. I'm going to come up and over, and I'm going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to pull down on my left hand, hold it there, and then back up to the top. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to lift it back up again. Okay. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to bring it up halfway. So I'm going to bring it up halfway, and we're going to rotate right, center, lower back to the thighs, and the other side. So we're mobilizing. We're doing a little mobility warm-up with our band, our towel, our yoga strap. And then when we actually come to the weights, we're able to sort of stay on repetitions and get more out of them because we're nice and warm. Yeah? Bring it up and over, but stay here. Lat flexion. Now come over straight to the other side. And again, over the top, and then over the top. Let's take it into a halo. So we're going to come down to the right, we're going to come around, and then down to the left. Okay, and again, we're going to come round to the right side, and then round to the left. Okay. Lovely. I'm going to bring it forward into a little lunge forward. All right, now, as I lunge forward, I'm going to bring it out to my right, out, and then to my left. And again, out. Okay, keep it going forward, but this time give me an arm extension. So rather than just standing, let's start to move the lower body. You've got two more. On this one, you're going to hold it at the top as you step back. You're going to go into a right lunge forward with a lat flexion. Yeah, the other side. Out. And again. Over. One more time. Over. And then bring the towel, the band, the yoga strap all the way down and just relax the shoulders. Loosen them off a little bit and then just come down into a squat and lift up. So no tension on the band now. There we go. Down and lift. We're going to do two more. And then we're going to take that from the top and then we're going to use our hand weights. All right, lovely. So let's take it up, push back a little, and then lower. And again, just one more. Push back a little, and then lower. Now halfway up, rotation right, lower it down, and we do the same on the left side. And then bring it all the way to the top, and we're going to do a lat flexion out to the right, and then over the top, and then a lat flexion out onto the left. You're going to lower it all the way down, and you're going to lunge forward on the right and throw the arms away. And then the left, throw. So you're doing your rotation with a lower body. Yeah. Okay, now with your shoulder extension. That's it, and lower. There we go. Two more. one. You're going to hold it up on that left leg forward. Now hold it there, bring it forward on the right, and then we go straight into that lat flexion. So we've got 3 movements through the shoulders, yeah? 3 movements. Out we go. Last time. I'm going to bring the band down in front of me. I'm going to take it, slacken it off, and then we come down into a little sit down, yeah? Into a little sit down. 2. That's it. And again, 3. Sit back in those heels. Last one. Take the right foot away, halo it around. 1. And then 2, other side. And then 3. Last one. Okay. Great stuff. All right, let go of your band, your towel, your strap, and take your hand weights. Okay, let's take your hand weights. So we've really mobilized the shoulders. So the first exercise I'm going to go into is going to be a shoulder press. Okay, I'm going to lift up and I'm going to just take it straight up to the top. Okay. I'm going to lift and lower. And I'm going to keep the right arm going, but I'm going to lower the left arm down to the side of me. Okay, so I'm going to come 1. That's it. 2, 3. 4. I'm going to do 8 on this side. That's it. And again, 7. Just going to get a rest now. You're going to do it all over onto the other side. So you're going to go 1, 2. So shoulders are warm. We've done that full mobility through the shoulders. 4, 5, and 6, 7. And 8. Now remember when we did our forward tip, forward, we're going to come forward. Remember we did that retraction through the shoulders. We're going to come up and lower, yeah? So it's a bent over row. See, bent over row, lift back. That's it, pull back. And you together, just do them together. Lift, pull back on those shoulders. And again. Lift. Lift. Last one. I'm going to change the combination. Okay, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to come into a little bicep curl. I'm going to take it back to a shoulder press. I'm going to bring it back in and lower down. Okay, nice little combination. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, nice, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to take it up halfway and I'm going to hold it there. I'm going to take it down into a little goblet squat, nice and low, and I'm going to bring it back up. Yeah, and I'm going to take it into a shoulder press, not yet. So down nice and low, and then up to the top. Now a shoulder, so goblet squat, great for the hips. Yeah. Try not to sink down with your driving your head and your neck and your shoulders. I'm going to drive it up on this one. I'm going to take it into a shoulder press. So it's going to, the weights are going to come down. They're going to come down. I'm going to come back into my goblet, and I'm going to lift up. Yeah, and again. So I'm coming down, down, down to goblet, and I'm lifting up. I'm going to do one more. There we go. And then just take the weights down to the side. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, so let's go into a little bicep, shoulder, in and down. Okay. And again, 1, well done. 2, stretch out. 3, and 4. Lift up to a half bicep curl. Down into a goblet, lift the shoulder, and again, down into a goblet, and lift the shoulder. Bring the weights down at the side of you, and lunge forward, lean into it. Bring the weights down, yeah? And again, push down. And again, so you're coming down towards the ground, yeah? 1 more. Then you're gonna take it into a lat lunge. So you're gonna come out to the side, yeah? To your side. That's it. Then make sure you've got enough room behind you because we're going to go into a posterior. So I'm going to come back into a posterior. Now as I do a posterior, I'm going to do a bicep curl. Bicep curl. The left leg's going to go back and it's kind of coming nice and close to the right foot. And then I'm going to do a narrow squat. That's it. Right into your suitcase. Yeah, your suitcase squat. 3 and 4. Okay. So press forward into the right leg. And then press forward into the left leg. And then into your lat lunge. And lat lunge the other side. Posterior with a bicep curl. Posterior again. Bring that foot in nice and close into a narrow squat. I'm just going to do one more. Okay. I'm going to cross the right leg behind the left, and then I'm going to come into a little curtsy, and then to the other side. Okay? Down to curtsy and out. Curtsy and out. One more time. Okay. My right arm is going to come into a lat raise, and then lower. Yeah, staying on this side. 3 and 4, and then 4 onto the other side. Good. 1, 2. Okay, so let's get it right on the single, and then we can do them together. God, is it me? It's warm, isn't it? And then we come out together. 1, 2. So I'm going to combine 2 more. Combination 3, curtsy with a lat raise. Okay, so I'm going to come down to curtsy. I'm going to step out, lat raise. Let's do it the other side. So down to curtsy, step, lat raise. Okay. And again, down, step, lat raise. One more time, down, step, lat raise. Take the left arm down, bring the right arm up. We're going to do 4 shoulder presses. 2, 3, that's it. And then 4 onto the other side. We push out 1, 2, 3. Keep it in singles. Okay, I'm going to bring it down, I'm going to tip forward. Single. 1, 2, 3. Last one. You're going to tip it back up and you're going to do a bicep curl. So you're going to do a bicep with a shoulder. So it's what we call a clean and press. Yeah? And again, so it's a bicep. You switch it up to a shoulder press. You come back in and lower. Goblet. You come up to bicep, hold. Goblet down, lift up, shoulder press. Down again. Down we go, lift up, shoulder press. Bring it down, right leg behind curtsy. Down to curtsy, tap, lat raise. Other side. Down to curtsy, tap, and lat raise. 2 more. 1, and then we've got that little lunge sequence to finish. Okay? Remember, they're in the bicep curl as you come into the lunge. Okay, so we're going to come out 1, stay on the right side, come down 2, come back into bicep 3, bring the right leg back in, give me 1 narrow squat. On the left side, we come forward, reach down, take it to the side, down, back into your posterior with a bicep curl. Bring the left leg in, narrow squat. Finish on 4 lat raises. 1, 2, 3. Last one. And 4. Bring the weights down in front of you and roll down. Roll down and then come back up. Leave the weights on the floor, guys. Okay, get some water, peel away, take off the leg if you need to. And we're going to come down to the floor. in about 1 minute. I'm just going to get some water. Okay, all right then. So guys, so let's get our mini ball as well. Right, mini ball. Right, so, oh, and you've got your towel or your band. Right, you're going to use that for stretching at the end. Okay, so little stretch program, mini stretch program, and then we're going to go into the weights. Okay, so we're going to roll down. Roll down. Okay, and arms stay long. You're going to walk away into a down dog. It'll be a mini down dog. You're going to come down onto your knees. Take your toes away and then just coming into a little flexion extension. Okay, now then come on this last one, I'm going to tuck the toes under. I'm going to push into the down dog and then I'm going to lift the heels. I'm going to lift my heels into that pedal push. So let's think about 3 movements. So drop down to the knee, coming into an extension, into a flexion. One more. Now as you come back into your flexion, tuck under, lift up, and then just go into 4 pedal pushes. 2, 3, 4. Drop your knees, sit back into child's pose, lengthen the toes away from you, and come into child's pose. Bring it forward, through the weights of the hands, and lower the hips down to the floor. And again, so we push back, we come through, back into our child's pose, and then we come forward. 1, 2, lower the body down, 3, 4, into your cobra, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's make it a little bit harder. So back through into blocks. Instead of going straight to cobra, let's come down onto the floor. Inhale, exhale, push up to cobra. Lower it back down, coming into a box and back into child's pose. And finish. Seated position, guys. Seated position. Okay, I'm going to place the mini ball between the thighs. Okay. And I'm going to take 1 hand weight. If I come this side, right, so I'm 1 hand weight. Holding my hand weight, I'm going to tilt, I'm going to come back, a little half a roll back. Then just squeezing the ball, so back into a half a roll back. But you can do 2 weights if you want to, up to you. I just sometimes find it's easier when doing these exercises to hold 1 weight in my hand rather than 2. Yeah? I don't miss out on weights. And then we're going to come back halfway, hold it there. We're going to do a rotation over to the right and left. Again, keeping the elbows nice and wide. And there you can bring it down towards the floor. And again, over. One more time. So there's your Russian twist. Let's go back to 2 half a roll backs. We're going to go roll back 1. And again. And then a roll back 2. And then half a roll back with an isometric. And then we take the elbows wide. We come up 1. We're going to do 4 of these. That's number 2. Number 3. And number 4. We're going to take the weight up and through. We're going to lower it down. You're going to lower all the way down onto the floor. All the way down. And you're going to open your arms now. Your arms are going to be your stabilizers. And you're going to bring your legs up into a pelvic roll. You're going to do a knee roll out to your right. and then over to the left. And again, out we go, keeping the legs, see where I'm staying, in tabletop position, and then the other side. Okay, center guys, now we're going to lower the legs down, and you're going to tilt, and you're going to come up into a bridge. Now I want you to focus these hips as high as you can, yeah, high as you can, then lower, and then lift up as high as you can. And lower. And again, you've got two more. You're going to lift up high as you can. And then lower. One more time. Okay, let's go back to our knee roll and one bridge, okay? So let's do a knee roll over to the right. Then stop in the center. Lower the legs down. And come into your high bridge. Right, then lower it down, up to tabletop, and then this is a great way of doing these sort of transitions. You've got to think quick, yeah, about getting yourself into the correct position. So the tabletop, what I'm trying to do is you create this tabletop that you know immediately where you're going. Yeah? You know where your legs are to be. And how your core is engaged and how it's not. Yeah, only you feel that with your body. And then over. And then in, taking it down and through. Lower it all the way down. Bring the arms to the side of you. Just lift up into the curve. And bringing my hands towards my feet. And again. Two more. One. Last one. And then rest down onto the floor and bring your knees to the chest. A little walk if you want to. I'll decide. So I'm going to just take the mini ball away a moment. Take it away. I'm going to bring my hand weights over. Right? I'm going to bring my hand weights and I'm going to place them up. So they're like almost, you can see they're like together here. Yeah. So my knuckles are up to the ceiling. Okay. My feet are on the floor and I'm in neutral. So my lower body is resting. Okay. Lower body's resting. So I'm going to get the upper body exercises right and then we can do the lower body with the one. I'm going to come back into a pullover and up. Yeah. Keeping the weights together into a pullover and up. Yeah. And again. I'm going to change this to a pullover and a leg slide. Yeah. Yeah. So one pullover and then a single leg slide. Instead of a pullover, I'm now going to do an open fly. I'm going to open and close. I'm going to do the single leg slide. Right, let's do a single leg slide again as we open. Let's just make sure we get practice here on the open fly. Yeah, open fly. So then the knuckles come back together. I'm going to bring the weights down. I'm going to lift my head, neck and shoulders. I'm going to take my feet a little bit further away from me and I'm going to come up into a seat. I'm going to move them a little bit further forward and then I'm going to come into a half a roll back. So I'm going to make it a little bit deeper now. All right, a little bit deeper. 2 and 3. Last one and 4. Now you go back because we want to hold it back. We're going to go back and hold. We're going to come out and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. I'm going to come all the way back, okay, and I'm going to push the weights up. I'm going to bring the feet slightly in. I'm going to do a pullover, single leg slide. Pull over again I'm going to do a fly on a single leg fly. Hold that there. Put yourself into your bridge. So remember the bridges, we talked about a high bridge. Yeah, high bridge. Instead of a pullover, I'm going to turn this into a skull crush. So I'm bringing my weights down to my head and then lifting up. So I'm going into a tricep extension. Now if you want to come down on the mat here and do your tricep extension, then you can do that. You stay up. So you've got your glute bridge, nice and hard. All you need to think about is height, right? Just get your height and then do your triceps. Okay, one more. Okay, now I'm going to lower the weights down. I want to place them on my tummy because I want extra weight on me now. Okay, I'm going to let the weights down. I'm going to hold my weights and I'm going to come down and lift. Yeah, I'm coming down and I'm lifting back up. Down we go and lift. Last one, down and lift. Okay, I'm going to come all the way down and I'm going to take the weights just off me a moment. Okay, off me a moment. I'm going to take my mini ball, yeah, down. I'm going to come back to my bridge and then I'm going to tuck under. All right, so then I'm going to come into a tabletop. Okay, I'm going to lift my arm so I'm in my dead bug. I'm going to take my right arm away so my leg slide has become a leg extension. And then the other side. Yeah. Okay, so if you're comfortable to do this and you want to pick your weights up, then you can take your weights in your right, so your right arm goes back with your hand weight and your left leg. Again, it is up to you. Right, depends if you want to continue on the weights. Okay, now we can do a pullover if you want to. So with or without weights. So I'm going to take both arms back and pull over. Yeah, back we go. And pull over. 2 more. 1. And last one. And then bring the knees into the chest. Take your towel or your band, place the feet down on the floor, lift off the ball, so take it away, and then loop the band with the towel around your right. And just keep that leg nice and straight. Other leg, doesn't matter where it is, yeah? Wherever you're comfortable. Okay? And then keeping that leg nice and straight, you bring that leg in towards you. Right, now I'm going to bend the knee and I'm going to extend it away. So I really want to feel this muscle lengthen. Feel it lengthen. So just by doing that concentric, eccentric, shortening and lengthening phase, you should feel when you get to that lengthening phase, you get there with a little bit more ease. Yeah. There we go. And again, one more and hold. Hold it there. Okay, I'm going to take the band or the towel, I'm going to take it into my hand, and I'm going to go down. Bring it out through that hip. Roll the stretch. Okay, and then up to the top, and then hook the other leg in, take the other one away, stretch out, and get the stretch. So see how that feels for you when you first get that stretch. This feels tight, yeah, it feels really tight. So I'm going to bring it in and extend. And again, in and extend. Keep that going. Bring it in and then extend. And again, one more, in and then extend. Hold that there, hold the stretch, about 15-20 seconds, and then we're going to open the hip. There, and then open. That's a lovely stretch. There. Four, three, two, and one. Okay, just release the band and the strap, and then just allow the body just to open. Yeah, just relax, open. You probably find that you're able to relax more with your legs in this position after opening with the band. Okay, nice deep breath into the nose. In 5 and out for 7. In 5 and out. Bring your feet onto the floor, bring them into your chest, and then we're going to do a little bit of roll up, a little roll up there. Okay, and we're just going to finish with half a roll back. And again, so we come back. Little half a roll back. And then 2 more. And then last one. Okay, so you're going to come out around all fours. Okay, and I'm going to take my little mini ball just in front of me. All right? Okay. So I'm going to come up into an extension and flexion. Right, and again, into an extension and flexion. Okay, one more. I'm going to take the knees out just a little bit wider, just a tiny bit wider, and I'm going to tuck my toes under. I'm going to come into a bear pose. Can you see? Bear pose, then lower down. Yeah, let's get used to that again. So up we go, knees are wide, just a bit wider than hips, that's all. So I want it for stability. And then you're going to come up. Okay, I'm going to take my mini ball and I'm just going to circle it. Circle. I'm going to place it down. I'm going to do it onto the other side. There's 4 circles, 2, 3, and 4. Place the mini ball down, push back into your down dog, and then just stretch out through those heels. Okay, push back and then walk in. So we're going to walk in towards the feet, walk in. I got enough room, and then we're going to roll. Back to the top. Okay. Open those arms as we move forward. Inhale, exhale, and again. And then it's just with those legs nice and wide, just looking round into a little rotation. That's it. That's it. Great. Okay, bring it through again. So 1, open, and 2. Bring it forward, but this time lace your hands and hold. Set your back up more upright, but round off your shoulders. There. Okay, 3, 2, 1, open. We're going to come round again. 1, and then 2. Now take the hands just behind you, and then open the chest. Push the chest open. Open through the shoulders, and then the chest. Right. Lovely. Now relax the shoulders down. Just little side bends. Okay. 2 more. Okay, let's release the muscles into the neck. So I'm going to take the left hand over, take it to the right hand side of my head, and I'm just going to press over to the left side. And then change, and then to the other side. Okay, I'm going to take that deep breath in. And I'm going to shake my hands down as I can, all the way down to my thighs. And again, through and up.